what would be the most valuable thing you could own, or the most valuable thing you would want in your life? What could that possibly be? And you may think it's the riches or the job or all of those things, but I will tell you it's something else. And that is to know who you are, to know why you were born, why you're on the earth, what you were meant to accomplish, to know that you're doing it, to know that you're making a contribution, to know that you have a valuable vocation or career, and it's within you. And my life was meant to give you a way to understand that. Now, I didn't know I was going to do that. I had no idea. We rarely know who we're going to become because it's a journey of self discovery as we each live. But then that's going to be different for each of us. And I had a really long journey, but that's what it took for me to bring all the information that I could give to you to give you the most valuable thing that you could own. And I know it is that because it helps you to move through any difficulty you have. It answers any question that you might have about who you are, how to get out of some sort of difficulty, how to recover from something, and how to heal. And I can say that because that's what it's done for me. And in a couple months, I'll be 75, so I know that it works. It changes you. Everything is in consciousness. We will each access our consciousness in different ways. And over time, we develop new ways of doing that. We've had many scientific discoveries that have shown us different ways of accessing that consciousness to know who we are. And we've known of neuroscience, we've known of cognitive behavior training. We find all those things in personal development. Yeah, I lived all of them and I've done all of them. But then I access something else because there is also a greater connection that we all have that we're connected to. No one is separate from this because it's called the universe. And when you can access that information and understand your place, your rightness in there, then you have everything you want. And that's what my life has led me to do. Now, I understand most people won't believe that because I had a hard time believing it myself. I couldn't understand how I was moving through the things that I've done, how I was understanding things, and how I was moving through the fear and the doubt and all of those things. It went on forever. But then I just had to ask new questions and I had to change my brain. And that's what we all do. But my life was meant to bring a new way for everyone to do it. And so that's the philosophy that I received from Wilhelm, which is called Your Life Operating Instructions. But what I've done is I put it into a program. That's why I call it your last development program, because if you did this, you wouldn't need to do anything else, because you would develop the tools, the skills to move through any difficulty, to understand who you are, to become resilient, to become self-empowered and self-actualized. You know, like Abraham Maslow said, well, this does that. It takes you to that place. It just took me all of my life to develop it. But if you go to my site today, I'll give you something. If you go to anyadvicefortoday.com, you'll see it's like we're going to give you things today that you won't believe. And that's exactly what happens because we can't believe something if we haven't seen it, if we haven't experienced it, or if we've been told that it's not possible. And most of us have been told things aren't possible. I'm telling you they are possible because I lived it. And I do know this. And I never would have told you I would have been doing this, accessing this kind of information, but that's what turned out. Then the other thing that happens, you understand there's no random events in your life or in the universe. We just start to figure them out. All the events happening in your life and in our world are energetic changes because we're all energy. And over time, we learn how to understand that, and that was the aspect that I was given. But let me just show you the first page, and then you'll see something else as you go there. I've done it over many, many days. So this one is called We Will Give You Things You Won't Believe Today. And it goes through all the August 1st messages for since 2008. There are cycles that we move through. But beyond that, you will see that the following days, I did the same thing. I did many, many days. So you could see that there was an organization of information I received through Wilhelm that was organized that brings you into alignment. If you do the work, that's the shadow work or however you think of it, but it absolutely changes you so that you understand who you are. But now what I'm doing is completing it because I've only done a portion of it. I had to test it. I had to know. And now I've seen the incredible results that people are using it. And they've only had a small portion of this work. It took me 36 years. And so now that's what I'm putting into this work. But now, today, you can start. So if you look at these messages and just go through that site, you will see that you're going to learn things about yourself, because there are also questions in there that you have to answer about yourself, because that's the only way that you come to understand and own yourself and become empowered, happy, prosperous, abundant, and in love with yourself. And that's what this work does. So, yes, my life has led me to create the most valuable thing that you could own. And I do know that, because you would never get it anywhere else. You would never be able to accomplish this anywhere else. I've seen it. I've tried all the other things, so I do know. So now you have an opportunity. But what I'm doing, I'm changing things. So this is the last day or so of the 3 spots I think I have still open in the program at a discounted rate. So those of you who are ready to reach the highest places in your life, you want to take advantage of it today, because it will help you. After that, I'll be doing just consultations, because the rate is going to be so much higher. But anyone who comes in now, you'll have all the information. And I can guarantee this, because I do know that it works. And you, as you go through the site and look at all the messages and the 36 years of work that I put in, you'll understand it. But beyond that, I have the proof. I have the proof through the healing and the clarity and the awareness and the higher consciousness that it allowed me to develop, that you can do as well. There's no reason that you can't, except we just stop sometimes, that's all. I've done that many times, but not today. Today is a new day, as the message says. See you soon. Check out everything, and it's time for you to thrive.